We're ready. Are you ready? It's nice to have an opportunity to visit. It really is co-creation at its best. It's where a part of you that you aren't so sure even exists meets the part of you that you know. And wonderful things happen when that happens. You're at your best when you find alignment with the source of yourself, your own source. We call that your inner being, but your inner being is always out to play with you, so to speak. Your inner being is not a recluse hiding away. Your soul, source, inner being is always aware of you, brilliant, leading-edge creators. It was so good of you to come into these bodies and to focus into this time and space where variety and contrast evoke clarity and preference, where decisions happen within you, new decisions because you are eternal, and new decisions because everything is ongoing, new decisions because you are constantly in the state of becoming. And so we'll talk about that a lot today, how your environment evokes from you new preferences, and sometimes the new preference doesn't really blend well with the reality that you're currently living. You don't have enough money, and so the new decision for money is born. But often in your humanness, in your mortalness, you don't realize that once a desire is born, that it's already underway, that it is achievable, that if it can occur to you as something that you prefer or desire, it's already underway. And if you don't get in the way of it, it will become that more manifested, where you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, and others can observe you doing that. But when you give birth to a new preference, an amended decision, something that you would like to improve in this way or that way, the new renovation of something, when that occurs to you and therefore is underway, sometimes, in fact, most humans do it most of the time until they get the hang of how this all works. Most of the time, when that new desire is hatched, you compare it with what currently is. Almost like you're trying to talk yourself out of believing that that could be because this is. Or this is all I've known. Or this is all my mother knew, or her mother knew, or it's just the way that it is. And we really want to help you shake loose from that, this is just the way that it is, or the way it has been, because you're creators. And that's ridiculous. A creator doesn't say, well, see the art, see the statue, it's done. There it is. My life's work. Worked a long time on that, and there it is. Good for me. Now I'm bored. Because that's not how it is. With every single thing that you desire comes the wherewithal for it to become the physical realization, the physical manifestation of your desire. And we're going to talk, as long as you're willing to listen here today, about how that is so. And we want you to feel yourself more decided to be a deliberate part of that process. Not just an observer, I've observed it and I choose, but an observer and I choose it and I continue to choose it. And I choose it for this reason and for this reason and for this reason. And I like it for this reason and this reason and this reason. And I want it because of this and this and this. And I intend to enjoy the becoming of it. It's like when you take a trip. Esther's all reunited with road trip She hasn't taken a road trip in a long time, and she just drove from San Diego back over to San Antonio. And, she wants to be on the road all day, every day. Because every mile is new and different, and every driver is someone new to play with, and everything about the trip, everything feels open. And her fingers are right in the molding of the clay right here, right now. In the new, there is a yes that comes forward in Esther, because she spent so many years doing that and loves the open road. And she was wondering, pondering, why does this feel so good? And it's the new possibility in every moment of it. It's the absence of so many known expectations. Your expectations are helpful sometimes, not helpful sometimes. We like to remind you that when you think a thought, that thought has attraction power. And as you continue to play over the same kinds of thoughts, the momentum of that attraction power confirms the thought. And so then you have belief, because you thought it and then you lived it and now you believe it. And we say, yeah, that's how the law of attraction works. That's just normal. The question is, you're thinking it and you're getting it. Do you want it? Do you want what you're thinking about? Do you want the manifestations of your thoughts? Or do you think that you think some thoughts that are blocking, even preventing unfolding of things? And the answer to that is absolutely yes, sometimes. Sometimes you think about what you want, but sometimes you think about its absence. And mostly, in fact, almost without exception, you don't understand the power of your thought, the power of your focus, the team of non-physical energies that is behind you, all of that support team that was with you when you made the decision to come into this creative environment, who are focused with you, not on where you are, but on what you've just given birth to in terms of a new idea. That's where the juice is. That's where the energy is. That's where the true momentum is. And when you get in the flow of that, you amaze yourself. You'll find yourself saying, I barely had a thought about that, and boom, there was more evidence and more evidence and more evidence and more evidence. So while we are together here today, we want to really shore up your understanding about all of that. And we also want to remind you again, reacquaint you with your emotional guidance system so that you can know in advance what you've got on its way to you. Because there are two ways to know what's unfolding in your life, creator, attractor, magnet of whatever it is. There are two ways to know what you're attracting. The first is pre-manifestation, how it feels. You can tell. You can't have a happy ending to a miserable journey. You just can't. And the second is when it shows up, you'll know. The good news is whatever shows up, you can make a new decision about it. You can add to it, or you can take exactly the opposite end of the stick about it. So we are very pleased to be with you here today and eager to talk with you about whatever it is that matters to you. There's nothing off limits, and there's no pre-decided order. It's what's active within you. We just want to slip one thing in. A thought that you continue to think is what a belief is. And those strong beliefs, an even stronger word could be expectation. When you expect it, these are decision words, and those are really good words. We just want to help you to be decisive about what you want, not decisive about what's coming even though you don't want it. You don't have to lock yourself in to those unwanted thoughts. And we love you so much, but you are sloppy thinkers because you are observant thinkers. And the thing that trips up what's coming to you, what could be coming to you, what is coming to you, what is already underway, you just can't see it or hear it or smell or taste it or touch some of it, but it is coming. What trips you up and keeps you from letting it come in faster or at all is your fascination with your description of what is. What is compelling. We get it. You can see it, and you can share it with each other, and you can comment about it and talk about it. smell it and taste it and touch it and all that tactile stuff that is so unique to a physical experience. But if you could let loose a little bit, and so we're going to give you an analogy. It's like, think of a belief or an expectation, wanted or not wanted, as clay that you molded. You molded it. You created it just like the sculpting thing. You created it. And for a while that clay is still pliable and moldable and changeable. But after a while it hardens. And then it's sort of done. And what so many humans keep trying to do, you come together with your hardened clay, with your beliefs. And you meet up with others with their hardened clay and their beliefs. And then you spend all your time trying to bang those hardened pieces of clay together, thinking that something's got to give, but it's not going to. That's not where your progress will come from. As you are looking forward, where the clay is still soft and moldable, that's where all of your power is. And so don't try hard to change things or to fix things. It's really more futile than you know. Because your power is in that new desire that your source energy is in harmony with, and your work is singular. Your work is to get in harmony with your own new desire. You get to create what you want. And we want more than everything put together for you to know that. But words don't teach. It's only life experience. And so as you identify your decisions and focus on them because they feel good, and focus on them until they feel normal to you, and then you watch them piece by piece by piece come into being. Esther has made a decision to close her San Diego residence and to base completely out of San Antonio. And so once she made the decision, she began laughing, telling her friends who live nearby, have you ever seen those movies where it's like someone's in the scene and then whatever it is that they're observing just starts to pixelate and just sort of disappear? She said, it's like my place here is pixelating and garbage disposal just stopped working. And then the thermostat. And then the light bulbs. She's laughing about it and really not panicking. She just can feel as her focus is diffusing, it is too. It is remarkable how what you give your attention to becomes more and more and more and more. And what you take your attention from becomes less and less and less and less. These are laws. You are creators. We want you to know the power of your focus.